Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Rural Life and Sustainable Living. My name is Jabulile, aka Malushaba. Welcome if you are new, and if you are returning, thank you for choosing us again. If you have not subscribed, please hit that button and subscribe. Hit the notification button as well so that you can get notified every time we post a new video. It's been a minute. I have not posted, I think, in a month, if I'm not mistaken. But I didn't completely disappear. I did post a couple of shorts. So guys, do check out my shorts. I post shorts now. It's a thing. But it's mainly just me showing you some of the things that I love doing, other than just talking about rural life. Rural people have hobbies. And one of my hobbies is dancing. I dance with my daughter. I dance with my friends. So that's what's on my shorts. And I'll perhaps as time goes on, I'll post a little bit more of other things that I love doing. We shall see. um yeah, so do check that out, guys. And yeah, let's get into today's video. Yeah, so today's video, I wanna talk about I'm actually gonna break this up into three videos. I think I'm going to talk about our experience building our own home. Would we do it again? um what is my opinion about it now that I've done it. I've experienced it. And then the second one, I want to talk about because I'm saying these things because I might touch a little bit on those things when I talk about this first topic that I've introduced. So I will want to just expound on those things that I'll touch on, maybe not. But I will do separate videos for them. So the second one is living mortgage free or bond free. I know in other parts of the world it's called a mortgage. Here it's called a bond here in South Africa. And then also I want to talk about living just financial freedom, being debt free, but I prefer to just say financial freedom. um Thank you, baby. hmm. Hmm. Thank you, puppy. Ima wasebetsane? Yeah. Okay, I'll put it here. Ne? Okay. Bye bye. Okay, guys. So yeah. So today's topic. So this year will be our second year. Our second year. Yeah, living here. And really the experience has been great. The experience has been good. We are growing, we are learning, we are developing skills, and I'm really grateful for that. So just going back to the topic, uh, and I'm starting with just our experience, because it's also just tied into just us having built our own home, and also just um it's not a complete home. So there's still things that we are still doing, still needing to do. And with that, it's kind of helped us to gain skills, because what people do here, most people, they already have like the building skill. They do a lot of things themselves. So it's also encouraged us to learn how to use our own hands, which is something, in any case, that even us coming here, we knew that this is something we would be interested in doing, learning how to just do basic skills for just having basic life skills. I feel that it's important, and I believe that it's something that I will also instill in my children, to just have those basic skills how to make your own clothes, how to build your own home, how to grow your own food. Those are the three main basic skills that I feel that a human needs, so that we're not just always depending on someone to give us a job so that we can be able to sustain ourselves with money. So if you have those skills, you can basically, with the little money that you may have, you can be able to still have shelter, still have clothes, and still have food. So, okay, anyways, like I said, I would probably touch on some of these things that I've introduced in the other topics, but yeah. So, right, hey, building our own house. So we found a guy that okay, Baba, that could do rammed earth, because that is something that we wanted, and I can say in a way, uh, we had given up, kind of, because we didn't have a lot of money, and we really just wanted a natural house, and we done research on the different types, and I really felt very drawn to the rammed earth building, natural building method. And we looked for people that could do it, that wouldn't be like too pricey, because we were looking at what we could afford. And it kind of got into a point where we're like, okay, maybe we have to kind of do the normal thing of uh, buying blocks. But when you really want something, yeah, it just, and I prayed, guys. I believe in prayer. I'm a spiritual person. So, and I was raised in a very I'll say religious home. So that's my background. I'm not religious now. I would say I'm more of a spiritual person. So I just, I put everything in Ya's hands, and I said, you know what's in my heart, you know what I'm looking to do, and the reasons behind that. So I pray that you can help us to kind of find someone that can do it within our budget. And so when we found this land and we spoke to some of the locals, someone was like, oh, there's this guy, he's a builder. I can take you to where he lives, and you can see some of the work he's done. We go there, and we were blown away. We were blown away by this guy. And so, yeah, basically we asked him to come and check out our land and what he needs and all of that. So, okay, fine. um we got him, and then he started. But sure, guys, the headache of I don't know if this is everyone, but just the people. I have a friend that was building as well around the same time. The headache, guys, and she's not the only one. Who guys started okay, and his work is really beautiful. He knows, he's very neat. He's very precise. It was beautiful. However, I just found that it was such a headache just to get him to finish. He got to a point like midway, and then he was just not coming anymore. He was just not coming, and we'd have to call him. We've had to go where he lives, and we were living about an hour away, and I didn't want to continue staying where we were living. My goal was that we must just be there a year, and we are out. Yeah, we are out. We must be at our own place. So we immediately had started looking for land, and then from there we were looking for, okay, who can build, um, how much do they charge, what material is needed, and that type of thing. So yeah, I think it took about okay, we started building in February, end of February. So March, April, May, June, July. We moved in 1st of August. So it took about 5 months. So we yeah, 5 months, but I think our for 2 months he was like 1.5 months or a whole month. There was a period where he was just not there. I think it might have been April or March. He didn't pitch. And so it was quite stressful because we were quite eager to move. Because we had been at our previous place. We had moved at our previous place in June the previous year. So you can imagine now it's a year we're still there because that place had extreme weather. When it was cold, we lived next to a dam. We live next to a river now. We're actually surrounded by rivers. But I don't know. I don't think we have extreme weather here as well, but I don't think it's as extreme as it was there. When it was hot, it was scorching hot. When it was windy, it was like super windy. When it was cold, it was super cold. And I was like, I don't want to be here another winter. I really can't. But we were there. Luckily, that winter was not very cold. So, yeah, hallelujah for that. And so we I don't remember how long exactly he took, but then we also had to do the roofing. We had to install doors and windows and all of that. And then by August, we were in. But there were so many things that I kind of felt like maybe we were too eager to move from, or maybe I can say I was too eager to, but I think I'll speak for both of us, me and my husband were eager to move, maybe fueled by just my need to move from that place. um so some things, and I kind of think when you also just want to help people, the guy that did our windows, he didn't do such a great job because it's a neighbor, and he was like, okay, I can do this, please, if you can give me a job, I'd appreciate it. So he wasn't so great. Our sliding door, he didn't install it well as well. Like, guys, yo, the doors inside, nkulunkulu. The floor, he didn't do well either, because he was like, okay, because what happened is that guy, our builder, was supposed to do all of these things, but the day we came to pay him the balance for the walls, because he was charging, he charged us for the walls, and then he charged us separately for the windows, doors, and floor. And then he said that he's not very good with the roof, so we can get someone else to do the roof. So we'd already arranged with someone, also a neighbor, but he's good. That's what he does for a living. And so, okay, the other guy, so what happened is that, so when the day we came to give him money, after like struggling and struggling just for him to finish the walls, and I really wanted the walls to go a little bit higher, but again, because guy was just, it was just a problem to get him to just do his job and finish it. It asked us to bring some cement, because our walls are stabilized with cement. And so we brought the cement. So he'd also started the floor. He was doing whatever room he was doing, and then we brought the cement, and then he was working with another guy. They mixed the cement, so we had to be somewhere else, so we left. Guys, can I tell you that the moment we left, they also packed up their stuff, left the floor halfway, left the cement they just called us to bring and mixed, left it there. Tatis and Tozabo took their things and left behind us. Never to be found again. We couldn't get hold of him. Like, it was just like, gone. He got his money, he's gone. But I think we hadn't paid him yet. for the floors. Had we? I don't remember. But yeah, that's what happened. And then yeah, so this guy was like, okay, no, I can finish the floors for you as well. But yeah, he didn't do a good job. Didn't do a good job with the windows, with the doors as well. And we could have really gotten the guy who did our roof to do all of those things as well. But I kind of feel like sometimes you wanna help people, but at your detriment. So definitely that's what I would, if I were to go back, I would really just get someone with like proper experience, not just, okay, no, really, trust me, I can do it. I'm your neighbor, like, because you're like, oh, but he's my neighbor and, I can help. Just someone that has a proven track record, like, yeah, get that person to do the job. And I don't know, in terms of just, because I wonder sometimes, okay, in terms of just uh having wanted a rammed earth house, would I have like just, I mean, also, how would we have known that this guy would be such a problem? And just again, for the fact that we were not the only ones experiencing difficult builders that just more like after the money, they get the money, because we didn't pay all of it, we're paying like in portions. Okay, you've done quarter, we'll pay you quarter. You've done half, we'll pay you half, but now this guy is just, now he literally, this is a scarce skill. Not everyone can build with rimmed earth, and he's literally the only guy that we've got, and he's like halfway, he's not finishing his job. So we were kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place. What do we do? Do we go back? Do we go back to just building like everyone else, or do we just stick it out and hope that he will come and finish his job? But for me, it was more like a rush job, because now it was like, okay, no, let me just finish, and so I can go and do uh my other stuff. Because I feel like, because our house is 12 meters diameter, so maybe he's used to like maybe doing like 3 meters 6 meters, I don't know. So he had overestimated how long he would take, and he had taken other clients. Now this place is taking longer, so I feel like he overcommitted, and I guess he'd never built around this big, and he just overcommitted. There's so many other things that I feel like he could have done better, and I think also because we didn't have experience, except for what it's not experience after all. It's just research that we had done with regards to building and all of that, but we are not builders, we don't know certain things. So I feel like when it comes to certain things, he really could have done a better job as a builder, like raised the foundation, like the floor, not the foundation, yeah, like the floors, but they are not as high as I would have wanted to from the ground. um so we have had now to also do some other things, just to kind of um um bring it to where we want it to be, you know so that's my issue. So I don't know, with regards to that part of the builder himself, what I would have done differently. Is it more, I should have done more research in terms of building, like I had it in my mind, and I was like, okay, he's a builder, he'll do it the way it's supposed to be. But there are some things he didn't do the way I would have wanted my home done. But it's not a train smash. um Also, I feel like with a lot of things, we the house itself got tested, because the first week, or within the first month that we'd been here, we had like this storm, guys, like, ah I'd never experienced such. Okay, I had experienced it once when I was younger. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you a story. So, if you are a brown person, you probably have heard of this thing before, because it literally only happened in our area. They say it's a mermaid. They call it abantu bathi inyoka. It's a snake. They like it here. They call it a snake, but like it lives in water. They'll say it's a mermaid sometimes. Um, like they'll say it's half human. You know, it's half snake or half fish, whatever. Let's just say it's a mermaid just for everyone to understand. So what happened is that it was like nice and bright and sunny like it is now, and then suddenly the sky started changing, like started changing. It became like dark. Next thing, there is wind, there is rain, there is like all sorts of things all at once. Yo, guys, the roof was just doing this, going almost like, it was almost like there's something trying to pull it off the house. I've never been so scared in my life. And we were staying with my brother at the time. So when this thing started happening, I was just like, I didn't like take note. And he was just standing. So I'm going towards the sliding door and he's holding me back. I'm like, how, Sipo, what's going on? And he's like holding me back. I want to go to the sliding door and I don't know why I wanted to go there. But then I stopped because I'm like, okay, what is going on? Why is my brother doing this? Why is he holding me back? And then I looked at the door and there was just all this water hitting the door and I didn't know, is the glass gonna break? And the roof is also, it's like suddenly like something is trying to pull it off, and my son is like holding on to my leg. He's scared. My husband comes, so we're all just like, guys, what's happening here? And I don't think it took anything more than 30 minutes. Sky started clearing because we're just gonna sit here, like there's nothing we can do, and just, yeah, let this moment just pass. If it passes, we'll just see what happens afterwards. And then after like 30 minutes, it was all over. The sky is cleared, like, yeah. And other people like lost their homes, their roofs were gone within that space of time, but like ours was, everything like was still intact. Everything was sorted. So like, okay. And at the time we hadn't even plastered. But what we did notice is that because it was coming from this direction, from the direction of the river, the wall on this side had it wasn't so smooth anymore. And then we decided, no, we're gonna plaster just to protect the walls from the elements. And when I was talking to Gogo, my best friend in the village is 77 years old. She's turning 77 in November. So that's my bestie. So I'm like, Gogo, like, what was that? What was that? She's like, no, inyoga. It was somebody stole its child. I'm sure you've heard these kind of stories. Someone had taken his child, and so it was looking for its child, or the nyoga or the mermaid or the snake is looking for a new place to stay, whatever, guys, angazi. And maybe what you were also feeling with the roof, of course everyone was experiencing the same thing. Maybe it thought like your roof was still new, it's maybe water, like, yeah. The only time I've experienced something like that, like I said, is when I was younger, and maybe I was still in primary school. Yeah, I think I was in primary school. And that time, guys, I was wearing like this little top. This little top, and we called it at that like a crop top, but at that time it was stomach out. And I'd gone out to play with some friends. And then suddenly the sky changed, it became black, it became dark, and it was starting to rain. It was windy. And the wind, guys, I've never been so abused by the wind like that day. It hit my stomach, it hit my back because it was there. I suffered that day. I was running home. I was running home because I was just like, what is going on? And I managed to get back home in time before it became before the storm became too rough. And after it passed, because it didn't take long, it was the same story. No, it was a mermaid. They'd taken its child and whatever. Like I don't know. And then anyways, fast forward March, April, we had those floods as well, and our home still stayed intact. So I would say, it's been tested. It's been tested, and yeah, it stood strong. So with me saying all of these, I'm just telling you that it's just strengthened my belief in natural building, because think about even the damage that other people experienced in like suburbs and rural areas alike. There was quite a lot of damage, and I did even do a video to show you guys the damage we had, just um on our slope, just one part of the slope where most of the water is kind of, it flows off the slope. So that's the only damage I can say we experienced on the land, not even on the house. But people lost houses, people lost so many things, and our round rammed earth home is still standing after all those things. So I believe in it. And would I do it again? Would I build a rammed earth house again? Absolutely would. And maybe just get more experienced people in terms of the person who did the windows, who did the floor and the doors. But the builder was skilled. The guy who did the roof was also skilled. It's just that the builder gave us like a headache. So I would recommend it, to anyone who's looking for a way to build a natural house. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to share in terms of our experience, building our own home, as well as building a natural, using a natural technique of building. I'm gonna get to the finance part of it in the next video. So see you in the next video.